Sheriff's agreement. It was an added item tonight, and
No, that's 400 new business.
this new business.
It's under the county attorney.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
If I may, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, county attorney, okay.
I apologize, first of all, to the board of commissioners and to the public for this coming in as late as it did. We only got through negotiating at about 2 o'clock this afternoon between myself and the city attorney, Mr. Wright. So it wasn't really an opportunity to get it on the calendar or anything ahead of time. We're trying to do it tonight, and this shouldn't be, if y'all don't want to pass it, don't pass it, but the city is going to look at it tomorrow night, so we're trying to get kind of coordinated. Actual changeover date is 12 noon tomorrow from a legal standpoint. Just so you're aware of it, the sheriff has been operating those duties for the last week and a half roughly while all this transition's been going on. So even though the city can't do what they've got to do until after they meet tomorrow, nonetheless, from a practical standpoint, he's been filling the shoes all along. We had a lot of items we had to negotiate out of the draft that I sent you earlier on this. We have a good draft now. There's one change I'd like you to make. In paragraph 1, where the term commences July 9th, tomorrow, to 2014, day after tomorrow, actually. And that should expire on July 1st of 2018, not 2016. We agreed on a 4-year term that it could not be terminated. And if it were going to be terminated, it can't be terminated, as you read further in the document, unless and until City of Monticello has established a police department with full coverage. So essentially, that's the only cycle that would cause a termination, theoretically. This is not an agreement to provide law enforcement services. This is simply an agreement to help out with some of the logistics around the law enforcement division that is being forced on the sheriff by virtue of this. So we're not contracted to provide the service. He's obligated to provide the service anyway. These just deal with things like transfer of equipment items and things like that, the lease that they're going to offer and that type of thing, to assist him in being able to provide those services better.
Not that it will be a problem for me, but why does this thing have a sunset in 2054? I mean,
Intergovernmental agreements cannot be longer than 50 years.
50 years, okay, that makes sense.
It's constitutional division.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
I think we're going to let somebody else most of us take care of it.
I'm ready to complain if it runs over 55.
Okay, with that one change, July 1st, 2016 changed to July 1st, 2018. Did I hear a motion to approve this intergovernmental agreement?
Can I ask the sheriff? Sheriff Pope, you read this, you're okay with this as best it's been forced upon you?
I think this is about the 5th time that we've read this.
He's been involved in all the negotiating drafts as we went through it.
Clearly what it boils down to in item 3 where it talks about authority, essentially that kind of helps to explain the statute that simply says the sheriff shall. So I think essentially it's a formality that has to be done, and it assists in the legalities, but it does not, in practicality, it doesn't make a lot of difference.
He's got to deal with whether y'all vote on it or not, basically.
So essentially, what the people of Monticello are going to be getting is the same thing all of us are getting out in the county. But we don't call a commissioner about that, we call you about it. All right. You've heard the sheriff say that he reluctantly is in agreement. Are you going to make the motion to approve?
I'll make a motion based upon the sheriff's input to have, I guess, the chairman to sign and implement this intergovernmental contract.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
We have a second from Mr. Luke. Any further discussion?
Can we rephrase that to approve based on the city of Monticello?
Subject to adoption by the city would be appropriate.
Because they're going to need to, we shouldn't approve it until
Diane,
they approve it.
Amend your...
I make that amendment to approve subject to their adoption.
And do you second that? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor signify by show of your right hand. All opposed, same sign.